friends. Today we will talk about non-spring actuated seamer pliers in the sheet metal construction trade. These are the ones I particularly own and which I will be reviewing today. Note that these are not brand new and I've been using them for quite a while. Many decades of sheet metal work have been practiced using this particular tool. As you can tell with these representations, they haven't changed in form very much. Although industry production has changed, these tools haven't when it comes to function and reliability. There are variations for different circumstances, such as bending siding in outside residential or commercial construction. These larger seamers perform a slightly different task, which folds the laps to complete the connections on a metal standing roof. I've used different seamers over the years, but these ones I particularly like. The Klein Journeyman seamer pliers are forged steel with long handles to achieve leverage. These seamers are not spring actuated, so the operation is totally reliant on grip style. This may take some time getting used to, but from experience I can verify it doesn't take long at all. This is the style I prefer, but you can opt for straight handles as well. As far as I've looked, the Kleins are no longer sold, but Midwest, as its sister company, offers their version at the same cost I bought them at 11 years ago, about $40. The difference is the blue rubber grips, all of which are made in the USA. There are 4 designated lines or markings on most seamers to locate measurements from 1/4 inch to 1 inch or more. Note that you will have to grip harder to keep these distances the smaller the measured bend, especially steel. Most tasks performed in a shop with this particular tool are somewhat limited in the modern era, given the brake does most of the work for us. But nonetheless, we still need the seamers throughout the working day. As you can see, I'm bending up corners that were flattened from roll forming. I always keep this tool in my back pocket in case I gotta make some sort of quick bend or whatever I need to do throughout the day. It assures that I can, at least reliably do something without the brake if I need to. One thing I don't recommend is using them as a hammer. Yeah, throughout my sheet metal classes I've seen a lot of this. Yeah. Speaking of my yesteryears, my old shop foreman had a pair of these. I'm not sure if they were Kleins, but they were similar in shape. There was an engraved brand name on it. It certainly was scratched off over time, but I think he said something along the lines of, yeah, I had these made. So you fast forward to 2011, a couple years after I started the trade, and I picked my own pair up for about $40. I'd say the purchase was really good. They're still holding up today. And if you were really desperate, you could make a bend with these things to make some sort of quick connection. Especially if you're just gonna insulate it over it anyway. If it doesn't have to be pretty, you can make it happen. However, this isn't the best technique to make a field bend. You could use a piece of S-slip, or make a clip that simply slides over the notch surface you want to bend. I made this in the shop out of 16 gauge steel, and I use it for huge connections I need to make while assembling certain things, such as attaching a duckmate frame to a large square round, something the brake just, has hard access to. This simple piece of equipment can actually get you out of serious binds, depending on what you're working on. These are the more common spring-actuated seamer pliers that you see in the modern trade. You can find these at Home Depot or Harbor Freight. These are almost readily available at any box store, even Walmart. The Wisp brand is the most commonly known, and as you can see, it loses its grip and its alignment as it ages, and eventually the spring breaks over time. Just a couple of years to be exact. So 11 years is a long time for a tool to last. And I can guarantee you that I'll get 11 more years out of them. My Klein snips don't last nearly as long, about 2 years, even with proper maintenance. How many more years could I get out of them? Only time will tell until that shear pin finally breaks. Well, that's my spiel. Thanks for watching.